Mayor Sharon Palacio made history in March 2021 when she became the first woman mayor in Belmopan's history. But in the last week of her 3-year term, Palacio is not receiving high praises for this accomplishment. Today, we met her in her city council office packing up her belongings with not a single one of her councillors anywhere in sight. Despite being elected as a People's United Party mayor, she remained at odds with the city's area representative, Oscar Mira.
Personally, as far as I'm concerned, the area rep and I, we have some type of togetherism. Because if you go way back how the relationship started, there's a history. But there comes a time when if you say something or do something that I don't agree with, then I will stand up. And my standing up to the area rep has been for some time now. So if anybody wants to interpret it how they want, that's their issue. But if they come to me and listen to the truth or the genesis of the disorder, the whole world could jump on my side.
The People's United Party did not endorse Palacio as its mayoral candidate for the March 6th elections. They also disqualified her from contesting the party's municipal convention. She has accepted her fate, but says that this is not the last Belmopan residents will hear from her.
There's a lot of things that I haven't said, and I will not say here to you, Paul. Forget about it. But it will be written in my book. I have to say it. Because there are other women who I want to support. Because in this country, I am a proud mayor. I'm the only female.
This book you speak of,
Yes.
I would imagine you're speaking of literally writing a book.
Yes, I have written.
You have written a book.
I'm only waiting for the elections to publish my book because my journey ends on election day. And as soon as the election is over, then that book will be published. The name of the book is A Mother's Dream.
What will the chapter that speaks to your political journey say in this book? Will it speak to lost time, unwanted leadership perhaps?
No, it will highlight a beautiful journey. A journey whereby Sharon Palacio came in, and my ethnicity is always being discriminated. That chapter will reflect the truth. It's going to speak about everything. And I think there are things that a lot of people don't know that they will read and find out. And if they want to say that racism doesn't exist in Belize, that's a lie, a big lie.
But perhaps there are not enough pages in any book to tell the story of how divided Mayor Palacio and her councillors were. Neither would that story have a happy ending, because with the exception of Councillor Sanikal, Palacio and her councillors have been shelved.
When it comes to the actual convention, etc., if you're studying how everything went, all these mayors got endorsed. People would need to ask, why didn't Palacio get endorsed? That's a part of the book. And Oscar Mira, the councillors, they're just a mini part of the entire story. A mini. The big picture is all the way at the top. All the way at the top. So let's leave it for the book.
How upset were you when this idea began to, when this projected upon you, that you spent more time focusing on Africa and pushing forward that agenda than on the city and the works of the city? And do you believe that you could have done things differently?
No, that's a perception. Actually, the whole thing about Africa would have been a little bit of therapy, because when these people, look, the racism started right at the very beginning, you know, whereby, let me tell you something, since you want something, and I don't care. The first breakdown here was when I fired a corrupt traffic manager. That was the breakdown. Now, the powers that be wanted me to take this man back in, and I said, hell no. Who am I, a person from down south originally, to tell these people no? Oh, they would have never accepted that. And there's where the trouble started. So the councillors became victims themselves.
And so, as she clears her desk and says her goodbyes, There are some that still see Mayor Palacio as an influential figure in the city, but will her influence play a role in who wins the Belmopan municipals on March 6th?
I will not go there and say, oh, vote for this one or vote. I will never do that. But my people will know what to do because, look, my people are more annoyed than myself, you know. Remember, I have family, I have big family. And when you spoke about Sanikal surviving, he escaped. He escaped. Because who is Sanikal? Who? The nephew of Moises Kal. If people put that together, do you think that Sanikal will have any kind of position here?
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.